Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Valagar Aloevain. Alright, so we're down to our final quest here. In this one, level 2 quest, sorry. This one, again, is located in the marketplace. It is in the bottom right-hand corner here. And is given by Aloevain. And this one is called Sunken Sewer. So, the entrance is right, again, near the quest giver. Easy peasy. Let's get to it. So one thing I want to point out with this quest here is there is two directions which you can go. You can head north or south. Generally speaking, most people skip going south. It is a trapped path, as well as it does start off with a locked door. So what I'm actually going to do here is I will show you both paths. We're going to start by heading north. So as soon as you come north, kind of up the little, technically it's a little waterfall here. Sewer waterfall. We're gonna head up and around the corner. Open the door. We got 3 guys still here. Now there are some poison traps. If you are a Warforged or a Blade Forged character, you do not have to worry about this poison damage and can run directly through it. However, I am not. So I do need to time it. Now if you listen to when it's going off, as well as watching when it stops, you can actually just make your way through it. So there. And if you notice I am walking through it, it's because the visuals last a little bit longer than the actual sound of it. So this one here, it goes off, goes off, goes off. Like, it gives you about a little bit of time to get through. So again, just watch them, figure out the timing. It's not too hard to get past.
Levers on the wall might be used to lower this half of the bridge.
Again, there are 2 ways to get through this room. There is the fact that you can lower the bridge, which I will be doing. So to lower it, there are 2 levers on this platform here. 1 lever there, and 1 lever there. Now, I'm just going to pull them like this. There is a secret that some players use. I wouldn't really call it a secret. You can actually bypass pulling these levers completely by coming over here, hopping up, and then just hopping on, allowing you to get right to the door. However, again, I am going to pull the levers. Because I'm eventually going to, make my way back past here to head down the trapped path as well. Alright, so another thing is, once these levers are dropped, as you see, it does spawn in 2 Kobold Warriors, which we didn't have to face if we don't drop this. So that's another bit that'll save you a little bit of time if you're just trying to rush to the end. So this one here, a couple of skeletons, and of course a Reaper. The Reapers don't always spawn. So yeah, in the pile of bones it can spawn a couple of skeletons. Nothing fancy. Alright, we got a sentry and another gong. So just like in some of our other videos, we're actually going to let him hit the gong to spawn in the extra enemies. We will grab the rest of the breakables. Now, this path here, right here specifically, it has a door to a shrine, as well as a rune lock door, and I believe this one here is a wisdom lock. It might be intelligence. I don't remember. But if you don't have it, it will definitely tell you what one it is that you need to have. And all that's required is a specific amount. So it might be at this level, it's not too high. If you are if it is a wisdom and you are a cleric, real easy to get, as you should be. Mostly wisdom based. There's again a few other classes that are wisdom based, such as monks, or if it's intelligence, you know, any type of caster, and you should just about have it. Alright. So what I want to point out with this enemy there, Ruin doesn't always spawn. He's another one of those optionals that has a chance to spawn, but isn't guaranteed. If he does spawn in here, it does give you that extra chest. Alright, and both of these chests here, they're just random loot. Nothing special. Alright. So, from here, what you would normally do, if you come down this path, after getting the breakables, this would be actually about all you get if you're just going to complete from this point. All you would have to do is keep running down here and just hop off the edge.
Before you lies a dark and stagnant pool
and
of water.
swim.
It appears to
So
be the
we're going to
safest
actually
place to
be
leave.
coming from a door over there when we come around the trapped path. So we're going to make our way back around. So just bear with us for just a moment here. Now, this trap path that's coming up, it can be difficult. If you're not prepared. There's a couple of parts that can really get you if you're not paying attention. So the first bit is just a couple of spike traps.
At the edge of the running water, you see a blade surge from the ceiling into a slippery floor.
And each spike trap has a separate trap box. And that ooze, he just spawns in the water here. Now, this is where it can get a little bit dicey. If you do have a rain person, I definitely recommend shooting the spiders from up top here, rather than trying to have to go and deal with everything. So the waterfall, it is flowing water, so it does tend to push you downwards, making it harder for you to climb back up, as well as it also negates your ability to jump. So we're not actually going to be able to jump over that second poison jet. So what we need to do is just watch, time it, or, you know, be the Warforged there. Another thing to point out, right at the very end of this, once we get past this, we're going to want to just run. Because they have a blade trap as well. And the box is after it. So they really try to get you there. So it's good to just, once you time that one, just run right through. Alright. Let's grab a couple of breakables from here. And again, more traps. These ones again go off when you break these breakables. So if you just sneak up, get the box, then break them, or while you're still down here, break them, they don't actually hit you. Just like before, more poison jets. First one you can jump. Second one, as you're on here, it's not letting us jump, but as you can see, it is pushing us down the water. It does have some scorpions, which, you know, same reason we didn't want to fight the spiders on this. If we're not paying attention, it'll push us right into that poison vent. Alright, so I'm just going to watch it. If you watch the timing of this one, it sends out 2 bursts, then a long gap. So 1, 2, so let's go.
now crusted blood patch appears to have seeped under this door.
Alright, so this one
Perhaps
here,
there is a
where
way
they're
to
pointing out the
open
crusted
door.
blood patch, just a random loot chest. Surprisingly, no enemies. And again, we have a shrine, so if you get any of that poison damage or anything like that, you got a shrine right here. And they do have breakthroughs in the shrine, so you know, I do recommend coming in here regardless. Otherwise, you may not actually get your full ransack bonus. Alright, so here,
Control panels likely for
we
traps
actually have
ahead
a lot of
are
traps.
hidden on the walls of the alcoves here.
Control panel on both sides. Oh, I moved. So control panels on both sides there. Each getting a fair amount of the traps. However, it doesn't get them all, as you can see.
Spikes can slow the trap.
Ooh. And they do a little bit of damage. Once you pull the lever, it'll shut off another chunk of them. And again, lever here. But it won't actually shut off the ones directly in the center. Those ones are not disableable. However, if you disable the traps, you can actually just, like, you don't have to go pull those levers. If you're able to disable, you know, you got a safe path right here on either side. Alright, so here we go again. So we have a chest behind a closed gate. This one is actually able to be opened from the hidden door here and then the lever. And that'll give us our random loot chest. Alright, and as you can see, we got a news on the other side of the door who's desperately trying to get to us. Again, the door is locked. So you will need to make sure that if you are going to go this path and you're not a dedicated trapper, or you are a trapper, make sure you have at least 2 thieves' tools. Otherwise, you're going to have to head all the way back up through those traps to head on the other path. Alright, so it does look like we got him. Right? No, that's just moss. Alright, so what I want to point out is there can be a named enemy that spawns on the end there. I thought all those sparkling lights was the chest, but clearly it is not. The other thing to point out, once we get to the end, these doors are going to actually open up and have some kobolds inside. So it does try to catch us off guard here. But if you're prepared, it's not a big deal. Grab my moss. And we do have ransack, I'm just, again, checking. So once we go through this door, this is back to our big room here. There's that other path that we would have taken. So once we're done, we can just hop into the water. Now, from the water, underneath this main, I guess, structure, there is a hole allowing us to climb up and here. Now, I want to point out that you can step up top and you can actually walk this way here. But wait until your entire party is up before you try to go for the chest, as soon as we start heading and get a little bit closer to the chest, that closes. Now, as you see, we're not quite at Onslaught, yes, but here's the end boss. As soon as we kill him, that is a completion. What happens is, while we are in here, it will spawn in a couple of scorpions. Not many, actually. I believe it's only 2 or 3. So there's the second one. Oh, 3. And that's that. After that, all we got left is to kill the enemy. Now, one thing to point out is he does have a little bit of tribal pathing onto the doorway, so you can actually use that to your advantage. As you can see, just make it a little hard for us to hit him as well.
The magic barrier's
And
strength seems
that's
to
that.
bleed
That is the
away.
end of this quest. However, I do want to point out that there is a rare optional, and I do want to stress rare. If you noticed while we were on this platform and we had looked towards the south, right over there, there was a barrier. However, once we go through and kill that troglodyte, that barrier does drop. Now, I'm going to head there and check to see if he is home. If he is, amazing. However, he barely ever spawns, so most people, even though they know he spawns here, don't waste the time to check. Because simply, it takes a little bit of time. It doesn't take too long, because, I mean, it would be right around the corner here. But, and this time, didn't spawn. And honestly, I would say he spawns maybe 1 out of 15, 20 times. Like, he really is not a very common rare at all. Anyway, that's it for the quest here, Sunken Sewer. That'll be our last level 2, so all that's left is for us to go grab our level and start on our level 3. So thank you all for watching, and I will catch you guys later. Have a good one all.